So we're going to get in there. It's a $10 million option earn in, where at the end of the day, we'll keep a 2% NSR, which could be very valuable. It's going to be one of those programs that investors who invest in the Cortez Trend is going to want to watch.
Joining us for a conversation is Peter Ball, the CEO of NV Gold. Mr. Ball, welcome to the show, sir.
Good morning, Maurice. Always good to catch up.
Pleasure to have you join us, as NV Gold has a number of updates to provide shareholders, including some breaking news involving Hochschild Mining. Before we begin, please introduce us to NV Gold and the opportunity the company presents to shareholders.
Yeah, thanks, Maurice. NV Gold is 100% focused on making a gold discovery in Nevada. It was formed a few years ago by some of the legends of exploration from Nevada, and which has attracted a number of strategic investors that have invested in NV Gold specifically for the talent and the project portfolio that we control 100% of in Nevada, and the opportunity that we are 100% focused on, which is making discovery in Nevada.
In previous discussions, we focused on the Sandy and the Slumber projects, respectively, and I know you have some important updates to share with us regarding them, but I want to jump right into today's press release, as NV Gold has some very exciting news to share with the market, which involves Hochschild Mining. Sir, take us to the Cortez Gold Belt, to the Southwest Pipe Gold Project, which is located in north central Nevada, and share with us the company's latest accretive success.
Yeah, thanks, Maurice. This is going to be an interesting project, and we are very excited that Hochschild recognizes the opportunity of the SW Pipe project. First of all, the SW Pipe project we acquired for staking costs a couple of years ago. We recognized the location, which is immediately adjoining and surrounded by Newmont and Barrick, which of course now they have formed Nevada Gold Mines as a joint venture in their operations in the Cortez Trend and a number of other areas in Nevada. So location is everything when you are exploring, and the first interesting part of the SW Pipe is that it has a historical, let's focus on non-compliant resource that was drilled off years ago in the range of 40 to 45,000 ounces of some low-grade gold within the first 300 meters of surface, and strike length about 1.2 kilometers by 800 meters. So first of all, we got location. Second of all, we have gold on the project. And third, we're sitting right next and within the Cortez Trend. And of course, the Cortez Trend, and if we focus on our neighbors directly adjoining the project, Nevada Gold Mines, they have the Robertson Pipeline, Cortez, Gold Rush, recent discovery, and of course the 4 Mile discovery hole that was drilled in 2015 or 2016. So they're operating gold mine. We're right next to them. Hochschild recognizes that sometimes when you see a project sitting next to a major, never better place to further test a project and get a little crazy in some exploration. So we're excited. It's an interesting and an exciting time for NV Gold to partner up on this particular project.
Now, is the goal there to twin the historic?
The goal is to look at what's happening next door at the pipeline, which I believe mined 12.5 or 13 million ounces of gold, and to go deep. We're chasing the lower plate rocks next to the pipeline project, and we'll see what happens. So we're going to get in there. It's a $10 million option earn in, where at the end of the day, we'll keep a 2% NSR, which could be very valuable. It's going to be one of those programs that investors, in the Cortez Trend, who invest in the Cortez Trend, is going to want to watch. And Hochschild is a great group. They like to swing for the fences per se. So here we go. We're gonna get this project going here later this spring.
This is one heck of an accomplishment, and it's such a big feather in your cap. We referenced the Sandy and Slumber projects earlier. What can you share with us regarding the assay results there?
Yeah, so Sandy and Slumber were our focus, commencing at the very end of 2020. And about a month or so ago, we finished, first of all, we finished the Slumber project in the early January, which we would look to have results and the modeling, our internal modeling, out to the market here probably in the next 7 to 10 days. And then we will be on to Sandy, which we're still waiting for the project, the assays from Sandy, which I suspect will probably be mid-May. Just a quick reminder, the Slumber project is in northwestern Nevada by Winnemucca. That is a model that we're trying to look at the old Sleeper project, which is one of the highest grade gold discoveries and highest grade gold projects ever mined in Nevada. And then Sandy is located just outside of Yarrington, or down by Reno in the southwestern portion. And that was a very interesting project. We actually ended up doubling our drill program up to just over 5,000 meters from 2,000 meters planned. The rocks look very interesting. We think we're on to something that may be at depth at Sandy, and the assays will tell us where to go, where to vector, and we'll be doing an IP program, geophysical program on the project to combine the assays that we'll finally get here the next couple, 3 weeks with the geophysics, put them together, and we'll see where the core rig will go in regards to testing some deep holes. And again, it's in the Comstock area. It's one of the the most well-known mined area in Nevada, and which actually built Nevada 100 years ago.
Peter, you must be an accomplished chess player, as much of the focus has been on the Sandy and Slumber, and then we have today's announcement with the SW Pipe Gold Project. I'm just curious, are there any other pending JVs out there that are in the works that you might be able to touch on?
That's a good question. Interesting. I mean, with Nevada being one of the top places to explore, with the large portfolio that we have that really hasn't been touched in 9 or 10 years, as we're focusing on other projects, we have been touring other majors and intermediates, and a couple of juniors are sniffing around at our projects. So we've signed some confidentiality agreements or CAs on these projects. We recently just completed another couple of tours 3 days ago. These are projects that do deserve the drill rig or the drill bit to further test these projects. Again, all 14 of our projects have good exploration on them. They all contain gold. They got good trenching. They got good drill holes. They got some great geophysics and some geochemical signatures indicating potential opportunities on the project. So yeah, I believe that we have the opportunity to get maybe another couple of joint ventures. But on top of that, I wanted to touch quickly on our new, I call it an incredible find of our new exploration manager, Thomas Klein. We were lucky enough to steal him from Newmont. He was one of the senior geologists always tasked in finding the next big discovery in Nevada, and with the number of years and his track record of multiple discoveries to his name, we are looking at some interesting projects to acquire here very shortly that we believe could really change the face of NV Gold in 2021 and really provide a very aggressive exploration, multiple programs, testing multiple projects in 2021. So it's interesting. He's a fantastic find. We're so pleased to have him on the team, and he knows a couple of our team members very well.
Speaking of those other team members, you have some of the most accomplished names in the resource space serving as in management roles and advisory roles. Who are those prominent names on your team?
Yeah, great question. I mean, as I mentioned earlier, this company was formed really by 3 individuals, and originally founded by our chairman, John Watson, who also is our largest shareholder. John Watson and a couple of his good friends, Dr. Quinton Hennigh and Dr. Odin Christensen. They've known each other for many years, and when you're good friends and really all you really love to do is find gold, you're not worried about making money for yourself. It's really just making that discovery. They got together put together a portfolio, which actually about 4 years ago I sold these projects into the company for another company that I was running. So yeah, nothing better than Quinton and Odie and John as our board members and also technical advisors of what to look at. And you throw in Thomas Klein now, unbelievable. And of course, we have another great, fantastic geologist / investment banker / broker individual, Alf Stewart out of Vancouver, a good friend of mine, and been helping us push forward also over the last couple of years.
You know, those names don't show up on the balance sheet and on the income statement, but they're so important on the geological and commercial success for NV Gold. And I just hope that those listening to today's interview recognize the value proposition that you not just have in the ground, but with the people. They must be equal in many regards, and sometimes even more important with the people. And you've just done an exceptional job here. I just have to foot stomp that. That's a big feather again in your cap there as well. Leaving the people, let's look at some numbers. Mr. Ball, what is the current capital structure for NV Gold?
Yeah, again, as large shareholders, our chairman being the largest shareholder, I'm one of the top shareholders, and with Eric Sprott and a couple of great institutions out of the U.S., Crescat, EMA, and another few out of Europe, we focus on ensuring our share structure is tight. So issued shares right now is about 64.5 million shares outstanding. We've got a number of warrants that are actually in the money. We've got about 13 million warrants outstanding, 20 centers, about 9 million of those, and 4.5 million of some 40-cent warrants. So we actually have about 1.7 million of warrants in the money. So fully diluted, including some options, which a little quick note on the options. Every time we issue options, we usually issue them at a 35 to a 50% premium to what our trading price is at that day. So we can chase the price, not give ourselves some nice low options. So 84.5 million shares outstanding. We got about $1 million in the bank. We're going to have a busy year and some great shareholders. It's a solid share structure, nice and tight.
Before we close, what would you like to say to shareholders?
We are in one of the best places in the world to explore for gold. We have some of the best technical team members that take ownership in what we do each and every day at NV Gold. Management has taken a big stake. We have taken a big stake in this company. We can't sell. We have no planning on selling. It's going to be probably one of our biggest years. Again, our goal is to provide an opportunity. Our goal is to create value. Our goal is to make a discovery. We have a number of projects. We test them. If it doesn't work out, we're on to the next one. We keep our share structure tight for that day when we hit that one project we're going to hit. We're going to have multiple projects tested this year. Very busy year. Nice share structure, good investors, good team. And we're excited. I mean, we see gold having a good push later this year. It looks like it's in the cards. The street or the herd mentality is that the market's going to get a bit stronger, and we're into a metal super cycle coming up. So I don't get into that part of the market, but I've been in the industry since probably before I was born. So it should be a good year.
Peter, what do you think are the next steps or upcoming catalysts for NV Gold?
Well, first of all, we have the news out on Hochschild. That's going to be really key, and that's going to be a really interesting program to follow along. People are going to want to put us on your radar. So the catalysts, we're going to have some assays coming out and some modeling and some interpretation on Slumber and Sandy. That's going to give us an idea of how we tackled both of these projects in a follow-up programs. I suspect it's going to be some deeper core-driven programs to test the depth at Slumber, because we've already advised the market on Slumber that we ran into some water problems. In other words, our RC rigs couldn't handle the amount of water that was flowing out of the ground, so we couldn't drill a few of the targets we wanted to, our priority targets. And Sandy, I mean, we were seeing some good visuals in the RC chips at depth. We want to test that project with core, understand the structures of the veins that we saw the chips in, allow us to vector in. So you're going to see some news flow in Slumber, news flow in Sandy on the second step. You never hit a gold project on the first go. We're on to some steps there. And then the projects we're adding, we're going to add a number of projects that will also be drill ready, and we will look to drill them this year. Our goal is to accelerate everything on every level. So yeah, lots of news flow, lots of catalysts, and with a tight share structure and knowing that we put all the money into the ground and we manage the money very well for our shareholders.
Peter, if investors want to get more information about NV Gold, please share the contact details.
Well, yeah, the quick way, I'm known to get back to people within an hour, within a day, if I'm not in a meeting or on a Zoom call. So Peter at nvgoldcorp.com.
Mr. Ball, always a pleasure to speak with you. Wishing you and NV Gold the absolute best, sir.
Thanks, Maurice, and stay safe. And again, thanks again. It's always great to catch up with you.
Likewise, sir.
The information presented on Proven and Probable is provided for educational and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information is not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, or trading advice, or any other advice. You should not make any financial, investment, or trading decision based on any of the information presented without first undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or competent financial advisor.